Leslie Logan. I'm here at my Pilates Haven in Los Angeles, and I'm back with another collaboration with Andrea Maida Pilates. We're talking about the struggle is real elephant style. So, the elephant, why is it so hard, right? I was taught it's a beginner exercise, and I quickly realized that while it is beginner in choreography, beginner in safety, beginner in a lot of ways that, like, level wise, almost anyone could make it happen, at least try the setup, and you probably aren't going to get injured doing it. It is probably the most advanced exercises in mindset that I've ever, and abilities that I've ever done. It is so hard to create the shape, and depending on the day, and even today, I might not get there, right? So I'm going to try. But I want to also discuss exercises that I use to really help get me there, exercises that I use to challenge what I know about the elephant, and then just kind of how good the elephant really is. So stay with me through this whole video, because I'll give you exercises that you can do to get better, not just on the reformer, but also in other places in the room. So let's just talk about the elephant for a second so we're on the same page. 2 springs, and heels down, toes up, but I don't do this so much anymore as much as I just kind of like make sure the weight's in my heels. A lot of people like to set up a little bit too down doggish, and then they're out of their shoulders. So you want to be where you have equal weight in your hands and in your feet. This is going up so much, not like that where the shoulders are in the ears, but where your front ribs are lifting up so that your legs can root down. So there's this equal lift and reach that makes everybody's job easier. Now right now I feel fairly good, who knows what it looks like, but if I were to start to move, the tendency is that as soon as I move my legs, I let go of my ribs, right? If you're with me on that, you're not alone. We're in this together. So I'm going to try to lift my ribs up as I push my legs out of it. And it is not a big movement, right? Because you've got to have this inner thigh strength happening, this back leg seat connection happening, and this amazing endurance in the front upper abs to keep everything from falling out. And then you would take one leg back, and you would practice your single leg, which is going to really help you with your tendon stretch. About 3 to 5 of each variation. I only lift this leg as high as I can keep holding on to it from my center, right? We don't need to lift it so high that we splay out. So that looks easier said than done. But what can we do to make elephant more accessible? Well, if you see my playlist on the C-Shaper, I highly recommend checking that out. It's here on YouTube. It's also on onlinepilatesclasses.com. There's a free tutorial. It's a whole playlist of these mat exercises on the C-Shaper that really help you learn the longest curve, okay? Other exercises that I would say are really helpful in working with the elephant. I love backstroke on the reformer. I think it's a really excellent way to, with gravity, feel the feeling of your stomach going into flexion while your legs are reaching up into the air. I think elephant actually really helps backstroke, so they kind of help each other. I would also highly recommend working on your short box round back. That's going to really help teach that reach out in a different way. Then if you're able to go around the room in different ways, I would say your push through on the Cadillac, oh my God, do it without a spring. You're gonna really discover some good stuff that's gonna help your elephant in a different way, because now your legs are long against gravity. You're not letting your center hang towards the floor. I would also do pull-ups on the window chair, which we're gonna do in next week's collaboration. That is excellent. The roll-up is the elephant. So definitely, if your roll-up is still a struggle, check out our struggles on the roll-up, and then really practice that. The thing is that whatever you're struggling with in any of these exercises, probably the same thing over and over and over again. And so you want to find that theme. Oh, I can't keep my legs together, or I can't keep my legs reaching. It's going to be a problem in every exercise. It's not just a problem in one. And that's the beauty. If you don't have to keep practicing one exercise, you can practice so many different exercises around the room, which, I don't know, maybe that's more frustrating, but I think it's also really nice, and then you can go back. So if elephant is really a struggle with you, go do your roll-up, go do your push-through, go do your pull-ups. On the one-inch chair, come back to your elephant, right? You don't have to just, like, for 10 minutes try to make elephant happen. It's not going to happen overnight. It's just a process and a progress. I would also do your push down on the one-inch chair, which I know we're going to be doing in another collaboration. So make sure you're subscribed to Andrea Maida's channel so you get the updates of when those come out. Now, if you can actually hone in this elephant, your tendon stretch on the reformer is going to slay, especially the one leg to the back, because you'll learn how to hold this leg from your center and not from your back, right? So I would definitely, like, don't gloss over the elephant, because it opens up a world of exercises like tendon stretch on the reformer, which I just think is really fun. It kills me, but it's really fun. I would also, you'll be able to do single leg pull-ups on the one-inch chair without any problem. You don't even blink an eye, and side pull-ups on the one-inch chair are going to become really fun. Snake and twist are going to really become more eventful for you and more pleasurable, because if you have a really good elephant, you'll have a really good upstretch, and then because you have a really good upstretch, your snake and twist will just be like no big deal. One can hope. Also, on the Cadillac, that hanging pull-up series, you're going to be going through elephant and then through your upside down swan. You'll be able to do like candlestick and all these different things, just because you'll know how to reach in two directions and keep everything together against gravity. So it's just like, you gotta fall in love with elephant in some aspect, and you gotta challenge yourself to kind of get through it. And some days I'm really on it, and some days it's just not happening. And so instead of beating myself up, I just kind of think about where else can I go. Sometimes I hop on my C-shaper, sometimes I do my push through, and then I come back to it. It's just something that you can really play with. You're gonna also see your tree become a little bit more pleasurable the more you fall in love with your elephant. So if you love tree, hate elephant, do your tree, do your elephant, do your tree again. If you love elephant, hate tree, do your elephant, do some tree, go back to your elephant. They really do layer upon each other. I'm Leslie Logan. I hope all of this helps you with your Pilates practice. If you have any questions, have a struggle you want us to cover, please make sure you request them in the comments below. You can contact us on any of our social media handles, and make sure you subscribe to our videos so you don't miss any of them. Also, check out my free tutorials over on onlinepilatesclasses.com, and we have weekly classes every week for $5. So hopefully you get to check those out, and if you have any questions, you can let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.